Bonjour, hello, and welcome to PR Rendezvous number 86. And for those who don't know me, I'm Nata from NATA PR. I founded the NATA PR public relations agency more than 20 years ago. And a few years back, I decided to create this service called the NATA PR School at the agency. And I love to talk about PR, share what we do and why you should learn PR and come to the NATA PR School. So this is a rendezvous. This is how I started creating content, is by talking to you guys and going live on a specific topic. And it's very often a questions that comes from some new clients at the agency. They come to us and they are wondering, why should I be using PR? Like, I've heard of it. People tell me we should be doing PR. We've tried on our own. It wasn't really working. So there are many answers, but one of them, and you'll see, I'll explain why as we go in this rendezvous today. One main reason really why you should be including PR in your marketing plan is to gain consumer trust. And you need to know that a few years back, I know some countries still do measure their results by ad values. I'm going to give you an example. We used to do that also in North America. Now we measure in a different way our results, but it's not a bad way to measure it. Some countries still measure like this. So let's say you have a quarter page in a Elle magazine, and in your country, if you would buy this quarter page as an ad to be featured as you are by a journalist, for example, the value would be $5,000. It would cost you $5,000 to buy this quarter page in a magazine, for example. And the practice back then, a few years back, was, well, we have those studies that says that an article has 3 times the impact of an ad, for example. So what we were doing is we're taking the $5,000 and we were multiplying it by 3. So the value in one other column was $15,000, which we call the PR value. Some studies went to 6 times more impact than an ad. So some people were multiplying by 6, some other by 10. So as you can imagine, it became like something a little crazy. But it's still a valid way to measure. It gives you a sense of the results you're gaining. I'm not against it. It's a huge process to do that. You need to have all the the ad values of all these publications. So all this to say that today the way we would evaluate your quarter page in Elle is more by readers. So we know that the potential of readers of Elle online, if it's, I don't know how many millions in your country, let's say it's 10 million, so the number would be 10 millions potential viewers. So it's more by readership, attendance, fans, number of fans. So this is how we measure today. All this to say that there's not one better than the other. It's just, measuring is a great thing, because then you gives you a sense of where you are. You can, if you keep going, then you can, say, well, maybe we should increase by, you can set goals, 10%, the campaign we had. So this is why we still measure. But why am I telling you all this today is because this is how you gain trust with PR. And so I was curious, because back in those days, we had those studies that 3 more people are more willing to buy something if they read an article than if they see an ad. So I'm like, so what is it today? So I started doing some online Google researches. As you know, I'm a big fan of Google, and I love to do some researches. And this is what I found that's really interesting. So I have 4 different things. The first one, really powerful, is that 70 to 80% of users ignore paid ads, and focus on organic search results. So let's say you're in, maybe like me, you're in YouTube and you're looking for a specific old song in the 60s, and then you have all these publicity. Of course, I can't wait to skip the ads because I want to listen to the song. So I'm one of those. And so there's about 80% of us that don't watch those publicity, ignore the publicity at all. So, well, there's 20% still that do watch it. But know that I'm a big fan of publicity, first of all. I'm not against publicity. I do ads myself. I think that you need to do both. So you should do PR as well. Include PR in your marketing plan, not just paid ads, if you see where I'm going. And I really love this other stat. 74% of consumers of consumer trust. No, 74 of consumers trust articles and written by an expert and a specialist. That's from Demand Gen report. I found and I have some source for all of these. I'm not creating those, and I found them. I really love also this stat. They say that 3 times more leads come from content marketing. So that means also people are looking for something. They see if you're an electric car, for example, or electric ski jet or whatever device or product, even a beauty product, you see it online in your magazine, like, interesting. I'm looking for a self-tanner. Oh, this one is featured by Elle, so maybe it's interesting. I should look for it. So still today, there's 74% of consumer that trust more this when there's someone between you and the client that talks about it. This is why also influencers are gaining so much fame and popularity because of that, because they sell their own credibility. So when they talk about something that they like, and if they say, well, I've discovered this and that, this is why we say they have an influence on someone, right? But know that it's the same thing for anything online. So yes, use PR to gain trust, and it's not the only solution, right? But if you come to the school, we'll have a cohort very soon. And if you have any questions, of course, I'm there to answer any questions you may have. If you want to, pop here and send me a message at natapr.com, I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. And I'm passionate about PR. I'm in this stage of my life where I really want to help young enterprises that come to us. Sometimes they don't have the budget to work yet with a PR agency. So I'm more than happy to help you guys out there. So why use PR? Because it's extremely powerful. If you think about, I think about one of our students at the school, Antoine Bolduc. He did one local TV segment. And after just one local TV segment, he said, wow, like perception of people was really different. So they thought I was an expert in my field, and he gained 400 emails overnight. And it was at the beginning of his company, but he was, passionate about what he was talking. He had created this outdoor clothing line, Atypique equipment. And, when there's someone interviewing you, so there's, TV has still a superpower, even if your fan are not, your potential customers are not all watching TV, of course. If you cater to a young audience, of course, you want to include TikTok in your marketing plan. But you should all have PR, my friends, because it's super powerful. It's the best organic part of your marketing plan. And voila. So hopefully this little PR rendezvous was interesting for you guys. And so use PR to gain consumer trust, gain credibility. There's nothing like this. Like publicity will not give you that. And this is what articles do. So come to the school, get on our list. I'm going to put some links below, and hopefully I'll have the chance to talk to you, and I hope you'll be joining me next week. À la semaine prochaine.